Hey, this is Dylan with Bike to Everything, and today I'm going to review the Seatylock Mason U-Lock 85-140. It's called that because it's 85 millimeters here, 140 millimeters here. So this would be a mini U-Lock, very similar to my favorite U-Lock, my Avis Mini 40. They also have 85-180, which is a little bit bigger if you don't want a mini U-Lock. This is a very secure lock. It's rated Solid Secure Gold, which is the highest rating you can get. I use a lock that's Solid Secure Silver most of the time because I don't know the details of what's tested in these, but this is the lightest Solid Secure Gold lock you can get. So that's pretty cool. It also has a very good price point. So let me talk about what makes this lock so secure. First of all, it has a double locking shackle, so it locks on both sides. Honestly, a requirement for a secure U-Lock. It also has hardened steel, so it doesn't bend very easily. Has some anti-drilling, anti-freeze like things with the locking mechanism. And it also has this like triangle design, which I think might just help with the weight and the strength. But it is 17 millimeters on each side, which is almost as thick as the, Kryptonite Forget About It lock, which is 18 millimeters in diameter. And for this, it's not diameter, it's like the edge of the triangle, but in theory it would be, as hard to cut it as the Forget About It. Now, if you have an angle grinder, any U-lock can be broken, but this is going to definitely thwart your bolt cutters and any other simple attack. One thing to note about the shackle is that it's actually spring-loaded, so even though it's unlocked here, it's not going to come out until you pull it, which, depending on what you're used to, can be good or bad. I was used to everything kind of opening up and just coming out. If you look really closely, as I turn it, the locking mechanism doesn't move. But once I've used it a little bit, it's kind of nice. You have to unlock it to put it in. It's kind of nice that it doesn't fall out because sometimes my other locks were just like falling out all the time. So another thing that makes it secure is it's a very small U-Lock. You can see here that you can't really fit anything else in. You're not going to be able to fit like the wheel or anything else. You just fit the bike and the bike rack. So this means it resists a lot of leverage attacks with like a long bar or a car jack or something like that. It does mean that you sometimes have to work a little bit to get it on if like the bike rack is crowded or something. I've written a blog post about how to lock a small U-Lock and tips for doing that. And again, the Seatylock has a longer version, which can make it a little easier, and you can lock like your wheels as well. But I'm always a proponent of locking your wheels separately. So these, for example, have the pinhead locks, so that I don't ever have to worry about locking my wheels with my U-Lock. This can just get the frame. So another thing I really like about this lock is it has a really quiet and soft construction. So if you hit the frame, it's not going to make a lot of noise. And when you shake it, it's not going to be that loud. I'll get another lock. You can hear how loud that is. And this one doesn't really, make a lot of noise. So when I put it here and it's like bouncing around in my basket, it doesn't make a lot of noise, which is really nice. So I said that this lock was quiet, but it turns out when it's on the dock, it is rattling quite a lot. Another thing I like is the key. It's actually a really fat key here, easy to grip, and it has a nice weather cover on this lock that's like automatically moves when you put the key in, which is very different from the Kryptonite weather cover where you have to kind of switch it on and off, and it's nice to just not worry about it, right? You can just put the key in and it works as you expect. This lock doesn't come with a mounting bracket included, but you can get it from Seatylock pretty cheaply. One thing that's nice is they already cut off the rubber here. On my blog post, I have to cut the rubber off myself, and with this, when you open it, you can just pull the rubber off, and then you can use their special triangle thing and the thing that connects it to the bike. So you can mount it if you want. Overall, this is a great lock for the price. Solid Secure Gold, pretty light, quiet, has all the things you want. So I'd recommend it, and I have a link in the description if you're interested in learning more.